This week on Foxy TV, January continues to be surprisingly busy. We show you why and how to start your own podcast. Foxy gets some new toys, and we head out to an install in Carindale. This is Foxy TV, episode 50. We had our usual Monday morning team meeting.
I got a new phone.
Yeah. My phone?
No, I didn't go with my phone. I was at so close. So you've got your install this morning. Clients meeting you on site at 10 a.m. But we do have to load the truck for tomorrow because tomorrow we've got 3 installs. So they're not 100% confirmed. I'll be confirming Arcadia today.
What street was it, sorry?
Like what? Azalea is the new town now. At this stage, we should only need to go to Pabs once this week to collect furniture for us.
What percentage of our stock is currently in the warehouse?
Ooh, fine.
I think Cam's got it.
What did you say?
33.
36.
I then caught up with Jake and Phoebe for a bit of an update on how this week was looking.
Doing a bus tour on Sunday, Cody.
A bus tour? What for?
A group of ladies out in Brookwater. They're jumping on the bus for Angela Brown. We're going out to Logan Hyperdome and out to Skygate DFO and shopping at my favourite shops.
Are you going to show them where you like to shop?
Yeah, where I like to shop, where I get great discounts and giving them some advice when they want advice. So, yeah.
Should be fun.
Should be fun. Should be heaps of fun.
How many people?
50.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's sold it out, which is awesome.
Walking around with 50 other people. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Well, and then lunch at Coffee Club.
Oh, very nice.
Should be good.
You going, Jake?
No. No, I will not be going that one.
Oh, right.
You know, you don't like to come shopping. Okay, continue making my calls.
How's the numbers looking, Jake?
Looking really good at the moment for January. Expected a reasonable month, but we've shot the lights out on it, so...
You what?
Shot the lights out.
Who says that?
I don't know.
I've never heard that before.
Well, we've done very well for January, compared to what we were hoping, so very happy with that. Obviously we're still only halfway through, but the jobs we've got kind of lined up, letting us beat our targets. And yeah, so good start to the year.
Do you know if many have locked in for February yet? Does that happen this early? Or?
So we're kind of midway through January, so this is about the time we'd normally start seeing them lock in. Having said that, we've probably got, I don't know, maybe somewhere between 5 and 10 for the February already locked in.
Yep.
And most of the consults that Phoebe and the girls have been doing at the moment are for February as well.
Yep, one more week, please. Yep. Bye. Pabs.
Just organising.
Returns, everything that we've got coming back and going out this couple of weeks. So I think we've got, she just ran through about 8 of them that we've got due for return this week. So.
And what else is going on?
I'm doing selection, so we've got 3 installs tomorrow. One for Janessa, one for me, one for Cassie. So I'm finalising my selection so I can go out and do an afternoon of consults. Cassie is doing a pack up this morning and she had a consult this morning before that and then 2 consults Savo, and she'll be selecting her job for tomorrow's Savo. And Janessa's at an install and coming back to do her selections for tomorrow.
Ross, where have you been today?
Mate, we've been out west, out at Collingwood Park, I think it is, and over to Augustine Heights in Springwood.
Yep.
For a pack up, which we found a couple of pieces that weren't on the list, but we still made it fit. And we're just loading up for first job tomorrow, just to get a head start.
While the team was getting ready, I asked Phoebe about a conversation she had with Janessa, something to do with using too much of the colour blue. Let's see what they were talking about. Phoebe, what were you saying to Janessa before about blues? I heard something about blues.
We this week have 5 pack-ups booked in. 4 pack-ups. 3 of them are huge big 5-bedroom houses and 3 of them are all blue tones. So all their living spaces all have the blue tone carried throughout. So when we do a living area, all of them will have the same sort of colour theme because the end finish is higher end and it makes it feel more plush when it all flows through and we have consistency. But what that means for us, with the stock we have in the warehouse, is that everything we've got coming in is blue. And we don't like to put everything out that's all the same. So this week we've got a couple of installs that are happening for the same agent, so I don't want to do 3 blue installs for them because that's not going to To somebody who doesn't look at the individual pieces, overall you're just getting 3 blue jobs. So, Jake doesn't know this yet. I'm gonna go out and buy some green cushions.
What's Jake?
I love green.
But look, transition to up there, Cody, you will see there is only 4 green cushions. That's all we have.
That's all the greens.
Yeah. And I have to do 5 living spaces. So 4 green cushions is not enough.
Not enough, Jake. You're gonna have to get some more green cushions.
Green's on trend.
I thought we had more green cushions, but obviously not.
Green is on trend.
On to Tuesday, where we are going to talk about how and why you should start your very own podcast.
Recently recorded a podcast with Sherry Storer, so I'm just going to record the intro to that podcast so we can get it all edited and start sharing it.
Top 2 benefits of having a podcast.
Well, I guess one is it gives you a sense of authority, I guess. You're speaking to interested people and sharing either your own thoughts or sharing the thoughts of the guest. Whether it's true or not, it gives a sense of authority in the market. And second to that is the fact that you get to, the way that we do it, interviewing guests, you get to speak to some interesting people, which opens doors for you and gets you known in the industry. It's ridiculously easy. I went and did a lot of research and thought about what setup I needed and how I needed to structure it to start with. Most of that wasn't actually necessary. It's as simple as having somebody either in the same room or on Skype and some free software and you hit record. I mean, we've got microphones, but you don't necessarily even need those. You can do most of it on your phone. And
what sort of questions do you ask?
honestly, it's stuff that I'm interested in. I care more about, as a business owner myself, how the other person thinks about their business, how they've gotten to where they are, a bit of the journey, some of the things that they've struggled with, and it's more about what can I learn from them and what's interesting. And enjoy this conversation with Sherry Storer.
Opening up and showing that sometimes life's not always perfect, because everybody's life is not always perfect.
Isn't it?
Correct.
That's right.
Well, we want to do business with people that are like us, and if they sort of know that, okay, hey, listen.
So Jake told you some of the benefits of having a podcast, some questions that you might ask, and we also showed you a little snippet there of our latest podcast episode with Sherry Storer. So you might be thinking, how do I edit and put an episode together, and then where do I upload it? So in terms of editing, there's plenty of free software out there. If you've got a Mac, you can use programs such as iMovie or GarageBand. If you're on a Windows or PC, it should come with Movie Maker. There's also a free piece of software called Audacity, which you can download. I've used that before and it's really good. Now with any of these pieces of software, there's a little bit of a learning curve, but honestly, after a few YouTube videos, 30 to 60 minutes learning how to use a program and how to edit and put together a podcast, it becomes like second nature, so the next time it'll take no time at all. So once you've got your software and you know how to edit and put a podcast together, how do you get it onto iTunes, Spotify, and any other podcasting website/app? Now this is really easy. There's a website and app called Anchor. It's free, really, really easy to use. It's exactly what we use to put our podcasts up every single week. You just need to create an account, hit the new episode button, drag and drop your file in, give it a title, a description, and hit publish now. Anchor does all the hard work for you and will publish your episode all across different platforms and websites like iTunes and Spotify. Now this is only a very quick tutorial. I didn't want to take too much time, so if you do have any questions about getting started, editing, uploading, feel free to reach out and I will be more than happy to help. Wednesday started off with a caffeine hit thanks to our new coffee machine.
High intensity, that's what we're after, Cody. Top quality coffee.
That needs a little bit of sugar.
There was a bit of rain about, which makes things a little tricky for the guys when loading and unloading the truck. So the guys headed out to Pabs, and then they met Janessa at a pack-up, and they stopped in at UD Furniture on their way back, while Cassie was out doing some consultations, and Phoebe was picking up a new car.
New car, Phoebe?
Yeah, new wheels.
What's this for?
This is because Sam starts prep in 2 weeks, and logistically it's not going to work without it. So, 2 cars it is.
the team will be using this sometimes as well?
Yeah, it's going to be more of a run-around car for everybody. Will be here every day, so little consults here and there, trips to Bunnings, trips to shops.
Get a good look, because this is the cleanest it will ever be.
To finish up the episode, we're heading out to Carindale for an install. Where are we today, Phoebe?
Oh, we are in Carindale, Cody.
Yeah, what are we doing?
This was a rush job for a big agent, a really good agent of ours. He called me night before last, asked me to get out here yesterday. We've come through, the owner's not very well. So we've started up, beautiful big Carindale home. We've got formal living, casual living, really big casual living. Could do combined dining living, but we haven't because we have a dining literally straight off it. So we've gone for more of a functional family space and heaps of outdoor.
And that's it for Foxy TV episode 50. I've been trying to mix up things a little bit, so I hope you enjoyed the format of this week's episode. If not, let me know. Otherwise, I guess I'll be doing something similar next week. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you got some of this rain that is around at the moment. And yeah, we'll see you back here next week.